Wait, what? The sensor is a camera? No way. I didn't even know that was possible. The latest firmware update for the DJI Mavic 3 series has some brand new features that we have never seen on a drone before. And there's one feature that I had no idea was even possible, but let's talk about first the most important enhancement for the Mavic 3 Pro, in my opinion, and that's the ability to capture 10-bit D-Log-M and HLG video with the 7x Telezoom camera. Now you can more easily match the video footage from a scene in which you recorded with the wide angle lens and the 3x telezoom, like the medium telezoom, and the 7x. Like, there's more consistency now. And I know this is something that many videographers were frustrated with because you had to edit them differently, but now they have finally resolved it. So that's a very welcome feature. You know, being able to capture all angles in the same profile will make all of your footage more consistent. And it also makes post-production a lot more efficient. If you ask me, if you own the Mavic 3 Pro and you are not recording in D-Log-M, you are really missing out. Like, it's so easy to edit. I know a lot of people are intimidated by it, but now being able to do it and record it with all three cameras is very, very cool. Now, another addition is that the 3x, the medium telecamera, now supports master shots, quick shots, and has the ability to capture spherical panoramas. So as far as the master shots and the quick shots, I think that's pretty cool. You know, being able to capture, you know, those really easy, you know, beginner type shots with the 3x camera is really cool, because that 3x allows you to have that parallax effect, like where the background is closer to your subject. And so it, you know, kind of presents more movement. And so that's really nice. When you're talking about the spherical panoramas, like being able to capture the tiny planets, I didn't even know that I couldn't do that before because it's not something that I use on a regular basis. But if you like to record those tiny planets or shoot 360 photos that you can share on social media, now you can do that with the 3x camera. So I tried it out. It takes 106 images for some reason. I don't know why. And then when I tried to edit them together, at least in Lightroom, I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out. So I need to learn how to take all of those 106 images and put them into one image. Honestly, like I said, it's not something I'm going to use on a regular basis, and I don't think very many people are, but the feature is now there if it's something that you like to do. So those are two zoom camera upgrades on the Mavic 3 Pro. You know, they're great, but let's talk about the most interesting new feature, and it's called Vision Assist. So Vision Assist uses the obstacle avoidance sensors as cameras that display a black and white image, providing greater situational awareness when flying. All you have to do is tap on the lower right corner of the attitude indicator, right down here in the lower left of your screen, and that brings up the sensor cameras. And then you can choose to view the left side, the right side, the forwards sensor view, or the backwards sensor view. And that'll bring up a black and white image. And then if you want to lock that current view that you're looking at, all you have to do is hold down the arrow for just a second and it will lock that view. And if you want to unlock it, you simply tap on that arrow again. So very, very cool. And in addition, the attitude indicator also displays the proximity of obstacles with these orange or red lines. So as you get closer, you can see it right on the attitude indicator. So now you have multiple ways to monitor obstacles when you're flying. You have the beeper, of course, if you get too close to something. You have the heads up display that, you know, you can see right on your screen, on your display. You can look at the attitude indicator, and now you have the obstacle avoidance camera view. Like I said, I had no idea that this was even possible. So I'm blown away with this feature, but then again, it doesn't take a whole lot to surprise me. Now, next, all three Mavic drones now have AR return to home route, which is a virtual arrow. It's a green arrow that's enabled when you hit the return to home button, or if the return to home initiates by itself, and it provides the pilot with the precise path that the drone's going to take to get back to the home point. So that's very nice. And then speaking of home point, we now have a virtual home point indicator showing a little H on the screen where your home point is located. And we've had this on enterprise drones for quite a while, but it's pretty nice to have it now on a consumer series. And this is awesome because if you ever change your home point from where you are or from where you launched from, you have a little reminder on your screen at all times where you set it to. And this can be very useful for situations where you may be active tracking yourself or another moving subject and you forget where you set the home point. You can now see it right there on the screen at all times. Another addition is, it's minor, but it's pretty cool. They have the AR aircraft shadow when you're landing. So what this is going to do, it's going to show you the precise landing location on the drone as it descends by having a little shadow of the drone on the ground. So pretty fun. Now finally, the last safety feature added is land protection switch. You can now disable that pause that your Mavic 3 has before it lands. And I know that kind of sounds like the opposite of safe, but a great example of how this is useful is if you're on a boat, and I've done that quite a bit, and you're bringing the drone back to the boat and you're trying to land it on the boat or you're trying to hand catch it. Boats don't sit still. Even though you think it's sitting still, you don't have the motor running, the water is always moving your boat. And that pause, where it checks to make sure that its landing area is safe, makes it very, very difficult to try to land on a moving subject. But by being able to land immediately, you can mitigate the possibility of a catastrophe. And this is a feature that I know many people will love. But one thing that you have to be aware of, if you have that landing protection turned off and you bring your drone down too fast, you could smash it right into the ground and you could wreck it. So you have to be really careful if you have that disabled. Now finally, the last feature that's added to this firmware update to the Mavic 3 series is called Frame Guide. And what this does is it places shadows on your display screen to help you with composition. So this does not actually crop your video. Your file is going to remain the same size. The shadows are only there for reference so you can see what the final image will look like after you have done your editing. Let me repeat that. The Frame Guide does not crop your video. It's a feature that helps you visualize. And they actually have quite a few options to choose from as far as frames. So the purpose of it is to really help you in your editing process. So there you have the latest firmware updates to the Mavic 3 series. There's some pretty awesome features there, especially safety features. And I know that the Vision Assist is going to be the one that everyone's going to be talking about because it's something that's brand new. But honestly, like I said, I think that D-Log M on the 7X camera is the most significant upgrade and the most useful. So let me know what you think of these changes. Are they good? Are they useless? Comment down below your thoughts. Click on that thumbs up button if I give you any information of value today. I really appreciate that. Consider becoming a channel member for bonus content. For as little as $1.99 a month, you can support the channel and get some extra goodies here. Watch this video right here next because everyone's talking about it right now. Have a great day, and as always, fly safe and fly smart.